Hey folks, I'm in your favorite trash room. First off, let me just explain that. I'm in this room because it's private. People never come in here. It's kind of like public, but not really, etc. So anyway, I just wanted to say what's up. I didn't make a video recently. I just totally forgot. To be honest with you, what I wanted to talk about is why. So social media for me lately has been a dumpster fire. Like, firstly, I'm already a bit worried about income, and I've just been trying to calm down and not be so stressed about that. So that's number one. Number two is that social media has the algorithm now. Like when social media first started, the algorithm wasn't a thing, right? You could watch a video from like 20 different genres in a day. Now, there's the algorithm which just keeps feeding you the same topics over and over again. So I personally do not like that. I'm a person who likes new things. I like to learn. I like knowledge. I'm curious. So I actually despise feeling stuck mentally. I actually despise feeling like I'm being caged in mentally and not being allowed to see or explore new things without very intentionally looking for something that I haven't seen before. I feel like it just makes it harder for us to stay curious and stay open-minded and to expand. So I personally strongly don't like that. So recently I have been just reading books. Like right now I'm reading a book about an economic hitman, Confessions of an Economic Hitman, I believe it's called. That book is crazy. If you want to look at the US government right now, all that stuff that's happening, this book, I don't remember when it came out, but I heard about it a while ago and I finally am getting around to reading it. That book gives so much perspective to what's happening right now. So much perspective. And it also, I mean, how many of us have been raised to believe that the US is the best country in the world? It's definitely one of the richest. But how many of us even thought about how we got that rich? I mean, of course we were taught about slavery, that's a domestic thing, but how many of us really know the truth about how the US has been acting in the world? Not very many. Not during basic education anyway. We were all too busy trying to figure out our careers from, high school onward. But anyway, so I've been reading to try to open my mind a little bit, because honestly, this algorithm stuff on all of my social media platforms, it would be fine if it was one social media that was only showing me certain content, but it's all of them. It is all of them. It doesn't matter what it is. Red Note, same content as TikTok. TikTok, same content as YouTube. YouTube, same content as all the other ones. And honestly, I feel the squeeze. I feel caged in. I feel like my mind is getting smaller. And I feel like the subject matter is so repetitive that it's really shaping my perspective and is really shaping how I see the world. To give you an example, I got curious not long ago just about men and women relations, right? I'll just be looking up a term. And one of the things that I've been looking up is, in US social media, there's this gender war shiz that's fake going on. You know what I mean? I looked up the male loneliness epidemic, which is not real in my opinion. You can think what you want. I feel like it's a way for men to play victim and for women to feel bad for them and to be more open to dating. I feel like it's a manipulation tactic posed as science. So anyone who doesn't know, the reason why I think that is because once upon a time, they used science to justify slavery. They used science to say that white people were superior to black people, et cetera, et cetera. So if you know that they tried to use science to prove something that they want people to believe, whether it's true or not, then you would be skeptical too. And especially as someone who is familiar with manipulators and stuff like that, I saw the manipulation on it a mile away. So it is not real, but whether or not people believe in it is a thing. So there was that. So obviously I got a slew of content about that. So now a huge part of my algorithm is how bad men are. You know what I mean? And all of the horrible things that they've done to women. So of course, first off, I've already gone through said experiences in real life. So to watch this stuff on social media and then to have it constantly being played in my algorithms after searching one thing is a problem. Like, honestly, I want to have a positive opinion of men, and I do not want to be bombarded with how awful men are. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to be really careful with the kind of content that you consume, because it is shaping your perception, it is shaping your worldview, and it is very repetitive. Anything that's repetitive eventually becomes a belief, right? So I don't want to have these types of beliefs. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. So that's why I haven't uploaded in like 3 days, because I've been trying to get off of social media. I've been reading books, like I said. I have another book that I'm reading. It's called A Girl Named Digit. Very interesting story. She's a math genius, pattern recognition go crazy, you know what I mean? But it's a YA book, and I wanted to give it a chance because I feel like YA books are a little more lighthearted, a little more light in general, not so heavy on the emotions. Because, you know, life is life right now for everybody, I feel like. So sometimes I just want something interesting, something a little bit lighter to deal with. And I like that book so far. And what I've been doing while I've been doing those things, tiny bit of crocheting, not making anything really, just getting in the zone, doing the motion. And also, oh yeah, coloring. I've been doing coloring and playing Wordle. You know what I mean? Like stuff that calms me down, stuff that doesn't stress me out. And along the topic, I have the app that I use for coloring, by the way, is called Zen Color. They have a lot of like Asian-inspired designs that you can color in, and I really enjoy that. Like nature scenes, calm scenes, delicious. And you know, Wordle is Wordle. I have Wordle Unlimited, which is free. It's a good time. If you like Wordle, go for it. But anyway, another reason why this repetitive stuff isn't working for me is now that I'm not in the US and I'm in Malaysia, I am realizing how limited I've felt in general, not just in consuming social media content, but in being curious about the rest of the world and about learning languages. As you know, in the US, most people speak English and that's it, unless they are an immigrant or have immigrants in their family where they had to speak a different language to understand their family, or people were self-studying and they were curious. Of course, there's languages in schools. I personally had Spanish in elementary school, and I took a little bit of Spanish again in high school. Nowhere near fluent. But these are like, you know, languages that I like, and if I want to become fluent, I have to teach myself these languages. So here's what's interesting about that. I feel like once I got here to Malaysia and everyone speaks at least 2 languages, at least, that's the bottom line, that's basic. And I'm hearing, thank you via social media, that this is the standard in the world. In the world, you are minimally bilingual. So what is it about the US? One of the richest countries in the world, where they're trying to keep their people stupid. You know what I mean? Like, we already know the education system in other parts of the world are much more advanced. So yeah, I could go into that all day, but here I am in Malaysia without a degree, speaking only English, and I am really feeling how underqualified to work for other people doing basic shit I feel like I am. You know what I mean? Like, I know I can figure stuff out. Honestly, I'm kind of in mode where I feel like I definitely need to figure out some kind of work for myself so I don't have to feel like I'm underqualified or uneducated or shit like that. Honestly, not having a degree is not a bad thing. To be honest, a degree does not denote intelligence. It denotes that you went to school. Intelligence is inherent in human beings, and a degree is not the only way to know that you're intelligent or capable. Even though I know that, the world doesn't recognize a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like the world, when you're trying to work for somebody else, they require a degree, which means what? You put in 4 years? I don't know. I guess it proves that you can commit to something long term. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. I'm just really upset about it. Because, you know I'm smart, I know I'm capable, I know I can do any job that is given to me, and I learn very quickly, but people want the degree to prove that you can do that. And I don't have a degree, so I'm really feeling that, and it's very upsetting. Anywho, yeah, so I started this to talk about not being on social media, but that's another thing too. Like, in this time where I'm finding I need to like figure shit out immediately. Like, I feel stressed, and getting off of social media is one of the ways that calms me down a little bit. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna ramble on about today. I'm about to go get like a snack or some shit. I don't know what this does for you. Hopefully, if you have ever felt something similar, you know that I see you and I can relate. As far as social media goes, I definitely encourage people to actively look for things that are outside of their damn algorithm, because I think it's messed up that we are being corralled intellectually. Not necessarily intellectually, like it's deeper than that. Like, we are being like fenced in as far as our awareness goes with these algorithms, and I want everybody to break the damn fence. You know what I mean? I want people to feel like the world is expansive and a lot of stuff is available to them. And since I feel so limited, I don't want that for anybody else, and I don't want that for me either. So that's a thought. But anyway, that's all I got to say. What do you guys think? Like, is this something that has been affecting you? Like, have you thought about this? Like, how the algorithm works? Have you ever felt limited, or have you ever, like, do you have a degree? Do you feel like you're better off because of it, or do you feel still kind of limited? Like, whatever. Let's just start a conversation and talk about it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. If you want to support me, you definitely can. All that stuff's in the description, and I'll see you next time.